Hey, it's Ed here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Bitcoin. I'll cover wave analysis with the Elliott Wave theory and provide multiple scenarios your price may take and explain why I prefer one count over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Yesterday we went through the higher time frame structures coming down all the way from the 69k area, and today we're again focusing on these smaller time frames in the more local structures. So the main ideas that I got here are two different counts. Both of them are saying that we could be looking for some higher pullback up higher before we are again moving down more. On this count, we had a three-way structure coming down from the highs of around 22.8k into a possible W wave. Then we had a three-way structure like so into a possible W again on a smaller degree on a what is this? A micro, right? Yeah. And then a three-way structure again into X, and now we would be looking for a three-way structure into wave Y. Now, the only thing that I don't really like about this is the length between these structures. If we are comparing this W wave here and saying that okay, X is this length, we can see that X is significantly shorter in price, in time than the W wave. Of course, that is nothing of a problem. It's just an observation. It is making this count a bit less likely to be honest, but that is just something to keep in mind. Now, the wave Y here would be expecting a three-way structure like so, taking out at least the highs of the wave W here. We can take a look at some targets once this possible B wave is done. It is possible that we are creating something like this here on more local structures where B would be a bit shorter or lower here before getting another partner leg basically for this one, as we are thinking, or at least I am thinking, that this is indeed a five-way structure for sure. I've seen some people labeling this as a three-way structure. I just don't see that in smaller time frame. I just don't see that as an option. Although the RSI is not agreeing with me this time that this would be a five-way structure, but we'll look into that in just a moment. But the overall idea is that we are going to be getting a bit higher. We have some targets up in here around the golden pocket, lining up with the 1.382, and if we are looking at smaller time frame here, let's say that we are getting a three-way structure like this, we would be getting something like this around the 1.236, but again that would depend how and where this wave B would go to. This would invalidate, the count would invalidate if the price would get below the 17.9k area and taking out these lows here, because again we are thinking that this is a five-way structure, so we have to say that this is a start of something, and if it goes below it, there's nothing there. This would be either that three-way structure that I don't see, or it's a five-way structure of some previous structure here, possibly even something like this, but yeah, it is not that likely to me. Of course, we can have this as three ways, and three waves, and that is fine. But that is just something that keep in mind that it could be happening. But I'll just look into that once and if we are taking out these lows. Now the other count I like is this one, in which we would be starting a count from these highs, having this as a WXY coming down into wave 1, and then three ways pull back into wave 2, 3, 4, and then 5 here. And now we would be looking for a possible wave B. Whether it's again that same ABC, I'm not quite sure. We'll see into that later on. Let's see. Let's take a look at the more local structure that I've got here. Again, as we are on the weekend, it is not very much overprice happening here. Just ranging this whole weekend. Nothing really surprising to me. The idea here originally was that third was in here, but that is no longer the case to me, because again this has taken so long that I don't think this is a wave 4 anymore. This is something else. Although we don't have that divergence here on 5 minutes, we did have that on 1 minute, having that as a possible third of third, and then having some kind of divergences onwards with the possible third or fifth very at the almost highs here, giving a small divergence at the end of that fifth. So yeah, it is still valid as a structure. Now, moving on from there, again, on the counts that I presented, both of them had this as a wave A. Could it be possible that it is of a wave 1? Yeah, that is possible. One of the scenarios we had there had a possibility for having as well a ABC, but I think I went through that scenario on Friday's video, and why I don't expect that to be the case is just because the extensions we would be expecting higher would get the extensions very high on the price, and it wouldn't have the right look anymore overall. But of course that is still a possibility, but I just don't think it is that likely. Now in here we could be saying that we have this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or this would be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into a possible wave 1. That would somewhat make sense with the extensions that we have here. We are going to go beyond the 1.618 here that we had around 19.1k. That would make this as a 1, 2, and then possible 3 wave here. Not quite sure how I'm going to be labeling this mess here. We could be having this as some sort of 3rd here and 4th, and then have some kind of where are we again? There we go. Some kind of a diagonal here. Not very good looking, to be honest, and I'm not really sure how am I even going to be fitting that here. Maybe we need to start it from up here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, you see the point. It's not very good looking at all. We do have some trend lines that are fitting somewhat okay here, at least on the bottom area, but the top is not really that good looking. It's more looking like a channel downwards here than anything of a resemblance to any kind of diagonal. So I'm not quite sure what this is. It is definitely, with the extensions in mind, we could be having this as some sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 coming down. We would have that divergence between these two lows, and now we could be looking for some kind of pump up higher to get us that 5, 3, and 5 structure. When would I be looking for a short possibility? It would be around at least the 38.2% retracement of this original move to the downside. So yeah, that is something that I'm looking for. Let's actually add some alerts here. And yeah, that is something when I'm again looking at Bitcoin. Before that, I'm not really interested. Of course, we could be just dumping down, and then this would most likely be something else. If we're looking at higher time frame, we did get some kind of divergences here as well into these highs. Into these lows. We are getting this some kind of trend line here that is pushing the price a bit higher until it, of course, breaks at some point. I don't expect this to be holding too long. Again, 38.2 would be something that I would expect before this, however, breaks. So yeah, I think that is pretty much all the expectation at the moment. Not really much going on here price-wise. Slow weekend for sure, at least on Bitcoin charts. And yeah, then looking for another low to be made before continuation to the higher. But that is pretty much all I want to share today. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Links to my free Discord server in the description below. And for now, I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video. Bye bye.